Hey, this is Tobin at Pete's Greens, circa 2018, and today I want to talk to you about our automated seeder. It's a Niagara Seeder, and I want to talk about the different components, how to use it, and troubleshooting, which there will be some. So, for starters, this is a Niagara Seeder. The fortunate thing is that this company is still in operation. You can contact them for parts or questions, and they are pretty helpful. That's a good thing. So you have here your belt. This up here is your seed tray, and the process is that these nozzles pick up the seed from the seed tray right in here, and then drop the seed down these tubes onto your tray, and it gets moved forward, and then this is vermiculite that covers most of it. We were set up for using 128s, and I will actually show how to switch over from a 128 to a 150 tray, because we now have two different size tray. You can see that this is our 128 tray, and now those are our 150s. So the first thing to do is we're just going to be using some basil seed, and we're going to put that seed into the hopper tray right there. A few things to say about that is this really doesn't work well with a small amount of seed. You really want, see if we can zoom in there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, that's a good amount of seed. You need to have enough seed for the nozzles to be able to pick everything up. I might actually put a little bit more seed in there just to start off with. If you have too much seed, it starts spilling over the sides. So that is a finicky thing about this. There is this button right here. That is a vibrator for your seed hopper right here. Now, a couple things about that. This increases or decreases your vibration. So I am at full vibration right now, and I can go down to almost none. A few other adjustments here is, if you can see, let's see if I can get a good look at this. Right, there we go. Okay, right here is a screw that will increase or decrease the angle of the hopper. So I'm increasing the angle right now. That's probably where you want it. I'm going to increase the vibration a little bit. We want to just be able to get an even distribution of seed on the hopper. A few other adjustments here. This knob will level out that whole unit. So if you are seeing that your seeds are on one side or the other, you can raise up this side, or you can lower it. I think we need to raise it a little bit. Now, the other thing is, see how, let's see if we can see this. The seed is right up on the edge of the hopper. So that to me means that we want to decrease the volume of the vibration a little bit, or we want to lower the hopper just a little bit. Right. So now that seed It's pulling away from over here. See how that nozzle isn't getting enough seed? And that is just one of these finicky things you gotta play around with. So we are going to change the vibration. This is a great learning opportunity. I'm going to increase the vibration, and I am going to decrease the angle and see if that helps. We're gonna go with that. Okay. So, is that we are going to turn on the sensors. That's these sensors right here. That's this button. That's your sensors. This is your sensors for the vermiculite. It's these. Now we are going to turn on this is your conveyor. Okay, so now your conveyor is going. So just to say that again, this is your sensors for your hopper. This is your conveyor. This is your vibration of your hopper. This is your vermiculite dispenser. This right here is your vacuum. For some crops, I operate at a higher vacuum, like 90 psi, inches of water vacuum. I operate at 90. This knob can adjust it a little bit. If you want to adjust it more, you go down to your vacuum and you adjust this. This increases or decreases the amount of air coming into the system. So now we have a lot more air and a lot less PSI. I'm going to increase that again and increase that some more. And as a general operating, I like to operate somewhere around there. Okay, we have PSI, our conveyor's running, our hopper's full of seed. Looks like I need to do a little more adjusting. Actually, this is perfect. You can see that our seed is off to one side. That means I need to move this up a little bit, and I'm just going to go through and help that along. But I got to keep an eye on that to make sure that we're not straying to one side or the other. Alright, and we have vermiculite in our vermiculite hopper. Next, how many seeds do we want to put in? Right now, we want to be putting in 1 seed per cell. So that means that this is set at 1. We're going to just say that's at 1 just in case. And voila, 1 seed per cell. 1 seed per cell. What's happening is that there's a sensor there and a sensor right there. And when something comes to break their contact, that means that, that means that it drops the seed. It's moving down the conveyor. It's coming up to the sensors, and voila, 1 seed per, mostly 1 seed per cell. This is a problem when you first start out. Sometimes it gets a little funky. Sometimes it puts in 2. It just is warming up, and I can't quite figure out why it needs to warm up, but it gets better. So that just happened quickly. That's the beautiful thing. That whole tray just got seeded as we were staring at it. So with these 50 size trays, we actually need to put a little bit of vermiculite on this outside edge because I haven't built a system to be able to do that other than by hand. But guess what? It's really easy to do just by hand like that. And